You made a decision that affects a small group of people. It's clearly a bad decision because it's going to cost us millions of dollars when you were trying to save a lot of money, but you're saying that you're not going to do everything you can to rectify that. Will these people have a chance to go back to the jobs they were currently holding when they were terminated, not the old ones that they held on May 29th? Yes or no?
Yeah, well, we'd have to do it in accordance with the law and
But will you give them a chance to go back to work?
I have to do what the law calls for.
Last week, the department laid off about 15% of its workforce, and you said earlier and had made a statement about the fact that the decisions were personnel agnostic. Is that accurate?
That's correct.
And as you know, members of the Foreign Service regularly rotate through different assignments. A number of such officers had started new positions in the last 6 weeks or have offers to start a position that the administration has not chosen to cut. But they received notices that they would be terminated based on their prior roles, those they held on May 29th, that they were no longer in. Some diplomats had even started new jobs in a foreign country, moved their family over there, enrolled their kids in school, and then received a notice that they would be terminated based on the job that they had on May 29th, not the job that they currently held. If these people are terminated, the United States still needs to fill those roles with diplomats, many of whom would need to undergo months of training or language learning before they can join the position. In other words, the country would have to spend millions and millions of dollars when these people were already in those jobs. Are you aware of this situation, and will you revise the decisions and allow individuals who were terminated based on their job 2 months ago but have joined a new position or have an agreement to join a new position, whether abroad or in the United States, to continue in those roles?
So in order to conduct the reduction in force and the reorganization that we did, it was necessary to have an effective date. That effective date was as of May 29th, which is when the Secretary approved the reorganization plan. Unfortunately, we wanted to move very quickly on that. Unfortunately, a district court judge in California saw fit to intercede and hold up that reorganization, putting people in a tremendous amount of limbo. So people were taking, in this case, it sounds like individuals were moving or taking other actions that were not tied to their current duties. You have.
I mean, they were reassigned consistent with what the State Department does every year.
Right.
So they were in new roles. But I mean, you're not disagreeing with me that they are in these new roles and they're getting terminated or fired. The new roles are not being cut out. So you're going to have to go replace those people with new people that you're going to have to spend literally millions and millions of dollars to train, when the purported reason for cutting out these folks is to save money. So I guess I'm trying to work with you.
Yeah.
Will you reconsider what is relatively a small group in the total, reconsider the fact that these people are already trained and we're doing the work that you're going to need to now go fill?
So we have to abide by the reduction in force rules, and they're very prescriptive in terms of once a position is eliminated and an incumbent is eliminated, how they can return to federal service and who's on those retention registers. Well,
I mean, I guess the long and short of it, will these people have a chance to go back to the jobs they were currently holding when they were terminated, not the old ones that they held on May 29th? Yes or no?
Yeah, well, we'd have to do it in accordance with the law and accordance.
But will you give them a chance to go back to work?
I have to do what the law calls for. And
well, then I'm asking you, what does the law call for? Will you give this specific group of people in this conundrum the chance to go into those roles that they were actually working at when they were terminated?
If the law allows for that, certainly.
So we have your commitment that if the law allows for it, that you will allow them back or consider them back for their roles?
Yes. My understanding is I don't think the law allows for it. I'd be happy to check with legal counsel again, but they've been pretty adamant the entire time that...
Okay, so if the law doesn't allow for it, then we just wasted millions of dollars. The decisions that you made wasted millions of dollars.
I would not agree with that.
Well, I mean, we just went through it, right? They were in a new job. They've received the training for this new job. The number of them would total such that it was millions of dollars spent. Now, because these positions that they were holding when they were terminated were not cut out, right? So you're going to have to go and now hire new people for those roles. So it's going to cost you millions and millions of dollars because of a decision that you made.
No, I don't agree with it. So we have about 14,000.
How do you not agree with it?
We have about 14,000 Foreign Service officers. 10,000 of those Foreign Service officers are deployed outside the U.S. We have about 4,000 Foreign Service officers.
Yeah, this
who are
applies to
working-
people in the U.S. and outside the
who
U.S.
are working CONUS in the United States of America. So we need to get more of those 4,000 Foreign Service officers working in foreign places, which is what their mission is.
No, I guess I don't see how that answers my question. You made a decision that affects a small group of people. It's clearly a bad decision because it's going to cost us millions of dollars when you were trying to save a lot of money. But you're saying that you're not going to do everything you can to rectify that?
Well, what I'm saying is we have Foreign Service officers already on the payroll who are working in the United States of America. I've gotten letters from 2 mayors who say, please give me back my Foreign Service officer. I'm wondering, why is a Foreign Service officer working for a mayor in the United States of America? Like, you don't join the Foreign Service to go work in, Dearborn, Michigan, or in, Orange, California, wherever these folks are working. They need to be working at posts overseas, or they're diplomats in residence.
But then why didn't you cut the jobs? You didn't cut the job.
No, we canceled those details. They were detailed to working for mayors in the United States of America. We recalled their details to come back to state. So
Let me
they
make
can
this
be-
one last point. But again, they were working in these roles. These roles were not terminated.
Has expired.